Abusia for me mama nyina akwa ba e de ba Shodi TV so. Me din e de mama chiro wadodo na afre me Shodi. Anasa ofra me atwere mo hima. Matime bo ase atwere mo ensam a ekoso e de ama wo. Eno aye ba live ba ye fidie ni nti. Ye twen so e kakwa. Se say ya sha se nti mesira mo ani die mo a. Won saka ye program na wa share na wa like e de ama ye. Na nyame ehwira ye. Efiti next week de ye ba live nti mesira wa. Won saka program na share ma me. Edini society na editwe wa sorry minia ene insama abeto dwade aye de dwa we are asking if you can you per se can you date your younger sister ex-boyfriend? Can you in some way and some abeto ye na ase na ye beba ko hwe video no ye ba ansha na ye ntimi e ko hwe video na ye ntimi emba biem nti ne yesra mo say because ewa ne ye bisa your topic of today say can you date your ex or your sister ex-boyfriend? Ubetimi adate eye wo younger sister ne boy a one na date atwam na di nti hey aye pinso na insam no me guest for no omu discuss program na aye pinso wey yabeko eye studio na me guest de omano atudwa na afi yabeto program so onyame sure also subscribe and like and share e de aka ho e de amaye. I love you all. Thank you. Mwah.
What he had this very close lady in his life. Oh God, they are so close. He's always calling the girl, His birthday, the girl gifted him 50,000 Ghana cedis. This man has married and divorced. Had a girl that he's done nothing for, and nothing happened. And there's this best friend that he's still insisting that she's my best friend. And I'm like, my guy, you are not lucky with women, but you have a good woman in your life. So it's the same with this guy, I think. And now the situation has become something else. Depending on the girl's relationship with the sister, they should have a conversation.
Yes, I think some sisters
they should.
Yeah, if some sisters are understanding, they'll be like,
I didn't even love him. It wasn't a relationship I wanted to be in any way.
I think there's a possibility for that. But wait, you've spoken about, the way you spoke about the issue, I've seen it in many men.
Why is it that we always think the future man something is lost on them? I feel like most of us on this show, we always think something is lost on man.
In what sense?
In what sense, yeah. So a man created in the image of God with full-blown sense, you are telling me that if he likes you, Chris Carter, he is now going to, and maybe you friend, let's just say, you friend-zoned him. He is now going to think that dating your sister will be the best option in this world. Not your friend, not a neighbor, not anybody else but your sister will get you jealous and make you look at him as somebody worthy of dating. Are we joking?
No, maybe working.
Yeah, maybe the girl was not available.
Exactly. Maybe not.
And the moment a man would date someone close to you, 5-kilometer radius close to you, and didn't date you, and later dumps that person and comes for you, you are not his number one. Why do you want to now settle for number two? This is desperation. Screaming at this lady.
No.
I think I come from a different planet.
You don't.
You have a point, but it's not always true.
But it's not always as it is.
Yeah.
You understand? And I think sometimes
What about
the
if
rule
maybe
does not work for
everybody? What about if maybe he actually liked your sister, but it didn't work with your sister?
And now coming back to you.
Now he's
It could be that too.
It could be that. You see,
It
it is a very murky
could be that
water
too.
you are swimming in. To avoid all this confusion, there are 1,000,001 fishes in the sea. Must you date this particular one? You waited 1.5 years. You can wait another 6 months, another 1 year to find a better man that you will have no issues with. I get you, but there's a mutual feeling here.
That's mutual feeling.
You just had sex. He has not expressed his feelings to you. They like each other.
We
Is that
cannot
what you said?
conclude that there's a mutual feeling.
But somebody said they like each
They
other.
like each other. We actually said last week that sometimes the things we think is not what it is. Sometimes you think you're somebody's boyfriend, but he doesn't see you as a boyfriend.
You know,
It could have just been something of a spur at the
Yes.
moment. And that
maybe
feeling
he
for
was
him,
feeling lonely. Maybe
you.
he was horny. Maybe he was down. Maybe his business is not going well. There's so many reasons why men want to have sex. And any available woman, they will have it with. No, so if you avail yourself, do you even know that sometimes when a woman is going through issues and your best friend is a guy, the fact that your head is on his shoulder and you're crying alone may get him horny. And that sex is not because he's in love with you. Jesus Christ. If we fail to call a spade, at some point in this discussion, we will be giving wrong advice to people. I get you. I get what you are saying, but hear me out. This is a different.
You also made the point.
Yeah.
But for me, if you ask me what I'm going to do with these 2 points, I'll just say maybe step back.
Yes.
Step back, talk about it, and then see what happens. But I don't think you should start a relationship just yet.
Exactly. No, I think my advice was that talk to your sister.
Mhm.
Talk to your sister and have all the information you need to make a decision. So you need to talk to your
So what are the
sister.
sister-
Let's be very honest with
Your sister's
ourselves.
contribution
You are
have to tell
expecting
you.
that your sister will say, "Oh, I've broken up with him, but don't date him." Before you get the common sense not to date this guy, which sister in their right mind will now say, don't date him? Or even when she says you can go ahead and date him, you really go ahead. You know, sometimes because let's say for example, if my friend comes to ask me, I heard you dated this person and now he's asking me out, should I date him? Are you okay?
What do you expect from me to say?
What are you expecting me to say? So you shouldn't have come to me with this in the first place. So you should grow some sense. And this happened to a friend of mine. I had traveled with this guy and come back, and nothing happened on the trip. So this guy is pissed, and then I go to a party, meet this guy, and we start talking again. And then I had gone to the party with a friend of mine actually, and then now he tells my friend, me, I'm not exciting, and I just laughed. And then now, as we were about to leave to go back home, then he tells my friend, stay behind and let me go home with you. And my friend now comes to ask me,
Can I go with him?
should I stay behind? He's asking me, I'm like, are you
That's
okay?
desperation.
Are you okay?
Now that's the definition of desperation.
No, you know, so that's exactly this case.
Yes.
It is called, there's a word for it.
Yes.
It is called desperation.
Desperation.
Can I call it escape? No, the fact that you didn't go ahead to have sex with him is even wrong. Now go and hide yourself somewhere and deal with your guilt. Okay, so I need to clarify. When I say talk to your sister, I'm not going to ask for permission.
Okay.
Sometimes there's a way to have conversations to get some information you need to make a decision,
So
right?
what does the information
What does
do?
the information? No, so you love someone. You've not forgotten that these people are good friends. They're good friends. So she knows the guy. It's not a stranger that we are talking about. When a lady tells you that this guy is my good friend, oh yeah, mucho, like bestie. I'm just trying to reenact this in my brain, right? My mucho, like my very good friend. I know his things and I know who he's going out with. I'm even sure that when he was dating the sister, the girl knew some of the problems they were facing, right? So I see this to be feelings that has been, they both were trying to suppress. And now it's erupting to something that is spinning out of control. And to salvage this, the best is to have a conversation with your sister. First, I can have a conversation with my sister about a man without necessarily telling her my side of the story. We could just talk about the man too. So I'll give you a typical. We met this guy in a coffee shop. This guy saw me and said he liked me. Saw my sister and said he liked her too. Not knowing we were both sisters, right? Like we were related. So my sister came and I was like, oh, I met this guy in the coffee shop. And my sister immediately went, oh, don't mind that guy. He's not correct. He likes me too. So without asking permission from my sister,
You know.
I know the kind of man I'm dealing with. So he sees me again and he's like, oh, let's go out. I was telling my sister, don't mind this guy. He's calling me. He's like, I go and chop his money because he has money. The last time we went out, you get it? So you are not asking permission, but you kind of understand who you are dealing with and in what. So you are not just there building perception. I'm not. I don't think I'm mixing apples and oranges.
For me, this is
Because you've already slept with
no,
the man.
See, sure. For me, this
This
is
story.
This is a very complicated case right now. it's very complicated in the sense that it can turn out both ways. It can turn out good and it can turn out bad.
How good can it turn out?
No, because we never know how people find love at the end of the day. We never know. Society will frown at it, but they find love.
Love. What do you say about second wives having thriving marriages?
Yeah.
Would you say she was a second choice, or because he wasn't a good man? It could be the man was with the wrong partner. There are second wives having thriving marriages because the man was found himself with a woman he wasn't gelling with. He got married to a second woman, and they are having an excellent relationship.
I'm very happy you are saying this because I will take you back there one day. I will take you to this one day.
I hope I
Because it's a very handy. Because it's a very handy. But in a situation like this where you are comparing that to marriages, are you serious? If this guy had come to the girl's home to say, listen, we've been friends for this long, and I dated your sister, but it didn't go well. But I want to get married to you. I have been friends with you. I have gotten to know you on a certain level, and I want to marry you. The discussion would have been different.
Nosisha, do you know that there are relationships whereby the man has actually been with the two sisters, and the other sister is okay? Oh, Charlie, I don't want to. Do you know that?
I think I'm not woke enough for this discussion.
No. This is not about
It's
wokeness.
not about being woke, but it's happening. I've seen it. When I've seen it, I've done that.
It happens. And they are okay. That's why I asked, what is the relationship?
So you're telling me that at this point in my life, for example, if I have not dated for a year and a half, and somebody who dated my sister comes around and now wants to date me, I must find it okay.
No, I personally will not date someone who
dated
dated
my sister. Thank you.
After
Now you
1
see.
year and a half,
Now you see.
I would go out there and explore.
Thank you. Now you see. Every time we give advice on this show,
It should be on the context.
it should be in context with what we are discussing. Now, secondly, you should also ask yourself, be introspective. Is it something you would do? Why are you telling someone to do it if it's not a choice you make?
Nobody is telling her to do it. So nobody has said do
Nobody
it
is saying
here.
to do it, but everybody is talking about, how it can turn out. But nobody's saying do it or don't do it. She was just saying how it could turn out. So please talk to your sister.
And have a
Talk to her about what?
No,
That's what I'm confused
I
about.
think Situ, I get it. I will never date a guy who has dated my sister or my
Okay,
friend.
but you are expecting that this lady,
So here's the
you don't
thing.
think she's done the wrong thing?
No, she is. So I'm saying, in what context are we talking? This guy is not a stranger.
Now the letter has been straightforward. Everybody
Yeah,
has
so
been-
It's not a
a
stranger.
stranger, he's a friend.
So
He's
this
a
is you're
friend.
implying that if all things being equal, this story were you would talk to your sister.
Yeah.
Okay.
For me, I don't.
Because
I
I'll rather
I will not talk to my
I will
sister.
rather have this guy
I
off.
don't talk to anybody.
Yes.
I would rather date someone I
That's
know
all I'm
than
trying to
someone
get
I
us
don't.
to understand here.
I would rather date someone I know. I won't say I'm because of the situation. I will cancel this out. At least I know the demon I'm dealing with, and I can decide whether I want to deal or dance with this demon. I'm
For
not
the
saying
first
they are
time-
not better. No, I'm not saying they
For
are
the
not.
first time on this show, I am